Hello, my name is Reverend Jerry Hobby, and I am the spiritual director of Spiritual Enlightenment and Truth Focus Ministry. We believe there is value in spiritual practice, and that is why we developed the Purple Heart app so that we could support people all around the world through prayer. Today is International Day of Peace. And we are partnering with the United Nations, ministers, and practitioners in shaping peace through affirmative prayer. I grew up in a household that valued prayer. My grandmother would often remind me that prayer can change things. She also taught me a lot about faith. Ernest Holmes says, when prayer removes distrust and doubt and enters into the field of mental clarity, it becomes faith. We can shape peace in the world, and that includes COVID 19. Many years ago, Dr. Carlo Giovanni, who was my minister at the time, shared that it was very difficult growing up during the time of polio. And he shared how many parents were afraid to allow their children to go out into the world because they thought that polio was in the air. That was in 1952, and a record number of children were dying. He shared also how people came together all around the world praying for a cure. Historically, a vaccine was discovered in 1955. This discovery continues to bless the world today as it has been eradicated in many parts of the world because of a vaccine. I'm inviting you to join Martine Bernard in shaping peace and healing for our scientists, our researchers, and our doctors through prayer. And I'm also inviting you to share this prayer with your family, your friends, and most especially the doctors that you know. Thank you.
Hello, happy International Day of Peace. My name is Martine Bernard, and I am a religious science practitioner at the Center for Spiritual Living, Greater Boston, Cambridge, Massachusetts. And I would like you to join me in a moment of prayer. First, I will do a reading. And the prayer we are holding in our minds and in our hearts are scientists, researchers, and doctors. Let's take a centering breath in and open our spiritual ears to hear. One healer. The belief that we do not have the ability to heal arises from the mistaken idea that our power does the healing and that the intellect does the healing. All that the will and the intellect could do is to behold or watch the process. The mind fixes its gaze steadfastly upon the principle and then declares that this principle is operative in human affairs, and particularly in the affairs of the one being treated. There is only but one healer. This is the spirit of truth. There is but one life principle. This is God in us. There is but one final law. This is the law of good. There is but one ultimate impulsion. This impulsion is love. That which is really doing the healing can never fluctuate, can never change its nature. It is not more one day and less the next. It is at this moment absolutely all there is, and it is ever available. So coming into this moment of prayer, the purpose of this prayer is for our scientists, researchers, and doctors, for peace and healing for these masterful professionals on the front line of this COVID-19 global pandemic. Centering ourselves. There is only one power, one life, one love, one infinite consciousness. It is all brilliance, knowledge, and wisdom. It is the Alpha and the Omega. It is the beginning and the end. It is all beauty and bounty. And it is radiant health and perfect wholeness right here and right now. And I am one with this power that is never in absence. I am one with this quantum field. I am one with God, the one presence and power. And I live, move, and have my beingness in this power that is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And because I'm one with this power and presence, I know that all of our scientists, researchers, and doctors are one with this power, and that the words that I speak are the truth about them, wherever they are, every single one. I know without a shadow of a doubt that our scientists, researchers, and doctors are experiencing the peace of God wherever they are. They are experiencing the healing and protective force field of the one power and the one presence. God's brilliance is now moving in and through our scientists, researchers, and doctors. They download the very blueprint for the cure of COVID-19. God's brilliance, wisdom, power, and knowledge is flowing in and through them as they go about their work days, researching, healing, revealing, working, touching the lives of many, many thousands of people. The light of God, the power of God, the love of God, the protection of God is moving in and through them right here and right now. A way is made. Each and all of our scientists, researchers, and doctors abide under the shadow of the Almighty, and God's perfect wholeness, health, radiant vitality, vigor, courage, resilience, enthusiasm, joy, and happiness is moving through these amazing professionals wherever they are throughout the global community in all aspects and areas of society. God's presence and brilliance moves through their minds, hearts, and bodies, and a way is made. This COVID-19 dis-ease returns into the nothingness from which it came, and divine health and wholeness is expressing for all humanity, for all of the men, women, and children on the planet, all living beings. And I give thanks. I give thanks that God's brilliance, wisdom, and knowledge is working through our scientists, researchers, and doctors. And that wherever they are, wherever each and every single one of these professionals is, God is and all is well. An answer is found, a solution is discovered, and a miraculous outcome comes to pass in the here and now. And I am so grateful for each and every one of these lives, for each and every one of these scientists, researchers, and doctors. I release this prayer into God's law of mind, knowing that as a seed is planted into God's perfect divine soil, it bears abundant fruit. And I know it is done, and so it is. Amen. Thank you for the opportunity to pray with you, to pray with the world today. I am so grateful, and I give thanks to the Almighty Presence for this gift. Have a wonderful day.